Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video of answering questions none of you have the insanity to ask. Today, this is going to be a very long one and painful one for me, and I'm asking the simple question. Can you beat LEGO GTA without changing characters or disguises? It's basically the same thing. Alrighty, ready? No, let's get into it anyway. So, in order to start out, basically, instead of different characters, you're all playing as Chase McCain, this lovely yellow man on the screen. And so basically, to add more to the puzzles, they basically have disguises. It's a similar concept, but just so y'all understand. And I'm going to try and beat the game with as few changes to these characters as possible, because surprise, no you can't. The mayor tells me that some criminal escaped, I guess, and we have to worry about Natalie, whatever the hell her name is, but she's not important to us right now. Our only concern is how many changes, and believe me, it's more than you might imagine. So, we just drive on down to the police station, and here I thought I was going to be good for a long while. However, we just have to fix a computer because apparently we're the only computer guy, even though technically we're new, somehow. We get in our heavy lift because, guys, this is going to be a grind. This took me a long time to complete, so I'm ready. And even with the running, guys, like I'm telling you, Chase is not skipping out on these workouts here. I want glutes of steel. So here's our first problem. So there's a DS game as well, and in that one, you automatically change to it every time you pick a disguise. It's non-consensual. This game gives you consent before you change. Unfortunately for me, yeah. We also unlock Grace McPace, but she's not important. And let me tell you, this one was fun because I made the footage, forgot about it for like a month, and then rediscovered it. Anyway, we're gonna unfortunately have to change on our own for the first time. Ugh. We get a new phone or something, I don't know. It basically just looks like the Wii U, except no one enjoys the Wii U. And apparently we also have to wake up the chief, because of course we do, and it's a LEGO game, so we build a stereo instead of just hitting it really hard like we all want to do to our bosses. This is going to be a long run already. Anyway, yeah, we also learned that they're really incompetent because they can't catch a guy on a fucking lawnmower. What are these guys up to? And, yeah, the first mission you literally just chase some clowns, but since there's no other disguises, there's nothing to change into. But I did promise you I'd catch him after a long, enduring foot chase. Too long. And we also had to clear up a roadblock because I forgot none of these guys know what they're doing, except whenever they're being told. This guy's fun. He does awesome drifts. But I'm telling you, this is going to be the ultimate roadblock. No one will be able to get past. Yeah, up until someone in a pink car just zooms right on by. It turns out it was Natalie. I didn't know she was a blonde, but that explains her terrible driving. Yeah, you thought I was going to say it's because she's a woman. Bad. But no. Yeah. So, we also pick up a grapple gun because I think we have to scale a building. Again, I kind of skipped that because, again, the only actual usable disguise is the police one, so there's really not much here to do, so we're skipping. Okay, the prison segment is where things start to get interesting. We take a boat for years, it feels like at least, because it takes forever to leave, but basically, we need to go back to the prison to figure out how the main criminal that we're after escaped, and I promise you, it's just way more tedious than you honestly think. We arrive and find Blue. I'm assuming that this is all Shawshank Redemption references, but I don't know because I actually somehow haven't seen the movie. So basically, we ask him for information. He tells us, hey, I don't like him either, but the sooner he's back in here, the better because he's my best customer. We're corrupt, so we're gonna go ahead and ignore that shit. Yeah, see, we actually get a fun little fight, and the combat is not just, you hold down a button. You actually have to arrest the people, which is an interesting take on it, but it's meh. The warden, or the guard, I guess, who is too old to do anything, just lets us into the cell without us showing our identity, which we love, because now we finally get the equipment to commit crimes, and this is where, of course, our number starts to go up. We have a lot of changes overall in this run. There are a few times I'm going to skip something, but I'm going to try and show you as many of them as I can. So this one starts out with a couple of changes. It's mainly just switching between the robber and back, just to do like a couple of puzzles every now and then. Right now it's really easy, but once we unlock more disguises, the switches become more and more common. Like I said, it's really annoying because, like, honestly, in this, you're just seeing the changes mostly and then a couple of seconds afterwards. Yeah, there's like very little time. My whole goal for the run was to just set myself up in ways that basically eliminated the amount of times I had to change, because it happens way, way too often in this game. Right now, this level's not too bad because there's only 2 different disguises, but you still do have to switch every now and then between them to complete the puzzles, but overall, it's not bad. See, this section I do enjoy because it's full of a lot of references. Like I mentioned earlier, the Shawshank Redemption is one of them, but overall, it's just a little bit of fun. Somehow the warden doesn't notice us sneak into his office even though we came in right through the door that he should have heard us. I do one quick change and then I decide to immediately lock him in his bathroom because of course I do. What else would I do? Like just sneak around? No. I do another change and then you'll never guess. I get to play this glorious bit of music that I'm gonna let just play for you.
What's happening out there?
Alrighty, settling back into things, we discover that he has an elevator hidden behind a painting, which I can't imagine is anything other than just really annoying to access. I mean, if there's an emergency, this guy is not getting out of there easy or hiding it back up. I know it's... Sorry, I know that I said that this section was fun, but I mean, just making this video was a long process. It took me way too many hours to edit. Look at this man's fucking apartment. This is huge. This is bigger than like a 3-bedroom apartment, and this is for him alone. Why would he want to leave? I would love living here for free. I get to actually pursue my rock career, which really I wish in real life I'd done a lot better. But hey, we are here. Another change later, and then we finally get the door open, which is behind another painting. Why is everything behind a painting? We figure out that he's gone out to the woods here. Something like that. Either way, I'm going hunting for a miner. No, wait, that's bad. That's bad. Oh, God. Okay. Miner as in coal miner or something. Shit, I'm going to be in trouble for that one. This guy won't let us in even though we're a cop. So I do have to do a little bit of sneaking around to get in. And then the game automatically changes me into this civilian disguise. I didn't do it myself, so we're not counting it. Why? Because I had no control over this. If I ever make a mistake and I change myself accidentally, that counts. This one does not. And by the way, I'm just going to start showing you guys all the changes. Hope you enjoy. Alrighty, did you guys enjoy that? Good, because I tell you, I did. So we find Rex after we leave the mine for some reason, and then we only cuff one of his hands thinking that'll be enough to actually arrest him. It is not. I don't know what this guy's made out of, but he kicks my ass in one punch. So I decide to go learn Kung Fu. Yeah, there's places to learn Kung Fu. Keep up, what are you expecting? And look, we need to get in there, and there's a key that is being used in a statue. And so instead of asking the nice man if we can borrow the key and then give it back to him, we decided we have to build something. Sorry, just gotta yawn a lot. We decide to build a fucking dragon because of course we do. That's the only way we're getting into this temple. And I'll tell you, it does work. Somehow all these Kung Fu idiots are scared of a dragon while I'm just standing there chilling. And yeah, he burns the key, and then we're able to go back inside. The interior is just fighting, so there's nothing to talk about here at all. I apparently hear that one guy can't drive a truck without getting kidnapped by a gang, so I'm here to save him. Again, this is just fighting and then a little bit of driving. As much as I wish there was, there's nothing to talk about here. Frank decides that he wants to drive, and I'm thinking, you know, what could go wrong? He gets in trouble, not me. So many people died, it's not even funny. This guy has killed thousands. I get my disguise, which is still the police, but again, it automatically changes it for me, and since I didn't leave the police disguise, it doesn't count anyway. But this is getting annoying. I mean, I like the disguise, but fun fact, in the DS version of the game, the disguise is just a hoodie. Like, the disguise is literally a hoodie. I do some illegal spy shit on people, because honestly, who on earth gave a cop this power? And then I have to arrest this one guy that apparently I've arrested before. I don't remember. Oh shit, why am I yawning? Why am I yawning? My apologies. I catch the guy, but only after his car blows up and we ran over about 20 pedestrians. I think they're fine. I'm not sure how the laws of physics work in this game, but the grappling hook is OP. I have to then give my interview where this guy gives me my first job. I'm thinking, I gotta take out some traders, maybe make someone sleep with the fishies. But no, you wanna know what it is? Driving an old man who may or may not be important to the story later on. For those of you who know, obviously he is. It's the main villain. For those of you who don't know, it's not like I could have given you a spoiler warning. This game came out years ago, so if you got spoiled by it, that's your own fault. It's pretty obvious that he's the bad guy. But yeah, you just drive him around, and then you do it as recklessly as possible because that's what he requested. And so I made sure to run over 20 pedestrians in the attempt that he would get arrested. It would save me time. It did not. And I meet this guy who I think is Chan. It is not, in fact, Chan. This guy almost gets my cover blown because he says I look like a cop, so instead I decide to show him a picture of cops who don't look anything like me, and that somehow convinces him. Are you convinced? Probably not. Don't worry, this Chan guy we're not going to deal with for too long. There's not too much involved with him. He's a stepping stone. For everyone wondering what Chan ordered us to do, it was simple. Steal a car. Now, I'm not above stealing cars, but however, I did have to fight my greatest weakness. Furries. 2 of them, specifically the Minotaur and the Ape. I was fine with the Spartan, Wrestler, and Cowboy, but I draw the line at furries. Don't worry, I made sure that they got hit the hardest and took out at least one of their buddies each whenever I did take them down. The chase sequences aren't too bad. You literally just drive to a destination while either avoiding enemies or, in this case, cops. But yeah, pretty easy stuff. And this car isn't too bad, so I don't hate it. I don't love it either, but I also had to go check on this one place because apparently Chan has no security, and as I attempt to barge in and be a hero for the criminals, I get hit in the face with the freaking ninja. Do I know what to tell you about this ninja? No, probably. I don't know. What do I look like? Someone who knows what they're talking about? I have to spend a couple of minutes free running in this game, which isn't terrible, but it's slightly annoying here. I mean, seriously, I'm getting outrun by a ninja, and whenever we figure out who it is, I'm like, how in the fuck am I, a trained cop, apparently who's commonly known as a super cop, able to not catch you? Look at this jump right here. This game loves being cinematic as fuck. Surprise, surprise, it's Natalie. Apparently, her dad's missing, and she decided that instead of trusting me, even though I said I would find her dad, she decided that she would look for him and almost get herself killed. Again and again. I have to steal this guy, get him out of his tickets or whatever in order to get into a gang. Pretty easy stuff. I mean, again, it's just another easy drive. He did tell me to drive recklessly. I made sure to give him a front point of view because I know that is exactly what I would want if I had the option. I mean, seriously, they could have easily taken us both out at this point. There is no protection. Either of us. Anyway, after that, that's apparently all that was needed to join the gang. I'm not sure I want to work with these guys anymore, though, because they don't have the best fashion sense, but you know what? I need them to find Rex. So, we do what we do. Achoo! Oh, gosh. Ah, gosh, I don't like sneezing. Anyway, this guy right here, he scares me. Why? Because he is continuously able to wear the clown button, and I am afraid of clowns. So for the moment, Vinny scares me more than anyone else in this game, even though that ridiculous bow tie. So, I'm robbing a bank with Vinny, finally something real, and I'm just gonna let you guys all watch the changes. Basically, I'm here to steal an emerald, yada yada yada. Chan got mad whenever I told him that I was leaving him for Vinny. Sorry, I keep yawning today. I'm just way too tired. I mean, I'm always tired when I make videos, but just more so than normal today. Anyway, this little bit is nice because most of the stuff here is robber oriented. I mean, I do have to do a couple of changes in order to get my goal, but they're not too bad. Plus, I get a lot of money from here, which makes sense. I mean, I'm in a bank vault, so who am I to complain? Here's the change I was talking about, which, I mean, I just have to move something around and then, build a couple of things in order to get involved. I hate it, but what am I supposed to do here? Change it back, rebuild something to unlock the secret access code to the vault, which is really annoying. By the way, this game has me wondering. So, Chase goes in to pick up the diamond. You can't turn it greener. I tried. But, also, where does he put it? You'll see he walks in without it, and then I have other questions. So the color swapper we have can turn things silver. It's like a fake silver, but it's got the properties of silver. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's just counterfeit. We would have an infinite supply of that. Why don't we just sell fake silver? I mean, hey, what do I know? Anyway, just a couple of small changes here later. I kind of had to take a break mid-between this level, but you probably didn't notice. For those of you wondering how we got out, if you didn't guess a snow plow with a jet engine on the back, how could you? I mean, come on, that's basic knowledge right here. I mean, driving it was also pretty easy. You can't just drive it away. I just wanted to show you how fast it was because I didn't think it was the chase sequence. But there you go. This thing is not bad for a truck. I like it. Hey guys, real quick, I just want to apologize for the last little bit. I've been recording this over a few days, and I'll tell you right now, the last one I recorded late at night, so the audio was not as good. I'm trying to fix it up now, so if there's a lot of audio difference, that's why. I mean, again, this video was 30 minutes long. It took a long time in order for me to make. Anyway, I just take a few pictures of some guys to get some evidence because I'm done with Chan's crew. This last one, you have to get up close and personal to it, which of course makes them mad because they figure out immediately, hey, this guy's a cop. We probably should arrest him. Or, not arrest him, make him sleep with the fishies. My job is to arrest him. Anyway, then I end up on the space island because somehow I'm still working for Chan, I guess. I thought I was done with him personally, I wanted to be, but I have to steal a moon buggy. And let me tell you, there is a lot of things that happen, but frankly at this point, I'm just gonna let the music play so you can see more changes. Break time to show you all that I can have fun and that I do enjoy riding on a rocket ship. Because holy cow, did I enjoy that. Alrighty, so once we have the moon buggy, it's pretty easy. You just kind of hop in it and you ride around. The hard part is honestly just getting it out of this facility just because I don't like driving inside. But yeah, then you just drive around for like a minute and a half solid and they eventually just give up and they're like, hey, he didn't leave the island, but we don't care. It's just one moon buggy. The police can't do anything without me because now a rich guy apparently has been kidnapped by some activists or something. I don't fucking know. All I know is they're the real heroes of this game because, yes, they did cost me a few more changes, but, they also tried to kidnap the main villain. We're all for that here personally. I mean, I don't know what you guys would be in for, but hey, it's what I'm here for, damn it. And you know what? This is my video, so what I say goes. You know what? We're taking down the true heroes of the game. And no, this is not political commentary. This is just me being funny about the fact that they're ironically trying to kidnap the main villain of the game. We don't get political on this channel. Anyway, we do have a couple of changes, but for the most part, this is just a parkour course. So yeah, like 2 changes. And this guy was so impressed by my jump that I made and how I checked my chin. I mean, look at this. This guy basically kills his own friend in attempts to show how badass I truly am. Of course, these ladies are looking at something. They're not looking at where all the fun is. I'm not sure if the guy survived. I don't need an email notification. Anyway, Natalie apparently got herself kidnapped during this time, so I asked some people to help me. These guys are my style, alright? They don't care who they hit when they're driving. They don't care what they do. They're just having fun. And let me tell you, I wholeheartedly agree. And look at this. They make a hell of an entrance. Anyway, they're my partners to help me out here on this fun little mission endeavor. Oh boy. This mission makes me exhausted just thinking about it, but basically it's just a small fight scene and then a small little bit of puzzling, which does include a few changes here and there. I did accidentally swap twice here, but we're counting it. Anyway, I do a little bit more work. The thing is here, it also changed me back without my consent into the police, so it doesn't count. Couple more changes here and there, and then finally we will be done soon enough. Not with the run, I mean this level. This level is just awful. I'm fine with the rest of the run. I mean, obviously there's more stuff to do. I get demoted into a farm, so really I'm just kind of speed running through this, so I'm going to continue the montage. Alrighty, you know what, I'm catching back in. What did we do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course we came here for a robotic T-Rex. By the way, this is literally going to come back to bite me, spoilers, but who doesn't love a giant robotic Tyrannosaurus Rex? I have to join the fire department now in order to get a boat, because apparently I can't just break into their office and take a key. But you know what, it's alright, I think, until I realize I have to do some changes in order to get the goddamn uniform. Holy cow, maybe I need a better sleep schedule. You know, my next video will be the challenge of fixing your sleep schedule, but won't be today's video. Anyway, so once we get the uniform, we do a little bit of training, which mainly includes me teaching these boys how to jump into a trampoline net. I got none of them killed this time. And then there's more changes involved on the obstacle course, which just never made sense to me. This is a fireman training course. Why do I need to have all these careers to do this? Finally, I get to rescue the cat. And you want to know what I did with him? Maybe take him inside of the station? No, he lives in my hat now, and that's where he stays. In the firehouse, I have to do a few more changes throughout here and in the basement because, well, of course I do. You know, this entire thing can't be beaten with only one disguise as much as I wish. Before anyone asks, I haven't used any glitches or exploits in the game because I feel like that's just not as fun as this would be, and by fun I mean paid. Plus, I'm also playing on an Xbox One, so I don't know any glitches or exploits. I finally get to relive every man's dream of operating a giant water cannon. And yes, every man wants to operate a cannon. Water's just usable. Natalie gets herself in a situation at the hospital, so I have to go save her. Don't worry, this is boring. Yeah, there are changes. But I figured you guys didn't want to see it, and I was at this point tired of editing. This video has already been about 20 minutes at this point. Not a lot of people are here. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip past this, but I do have it all recorded on all of the attempts. Including that one. Basically, she admits that she's sorry for not listening to me. She likes me, and she tries to win me over. But I'm sorry. But I got better things to do. I talked to not Vinny, that's Mo. Gosh, I can't remember names from this game. Basically, I figure out where Vinny is and that he's meeting with Rex, so I decide to go and meet as well. I have to climb this one hotel to get started because it's a long-ass parkour course because I don't know where else to go. A few changes later, yeah, you guys all know the drill. See, the fun thing is that I'm just going to be able to tell you right now, most of the stuff that we stole with Vinny and Chan was used by Rex. Like the T-Rex, the Emerald. What else? Is that all we stole? I guess it is. Huh. Thought there was more to it. But yeah, there's a lot more changes than I expected. Because again, this is basically another free run parkour course. Just, you know, you actually have to go through it with a puzzle. Anyway, somehow we skip all the way until we're in Blackwell's mansion. Yeah, there was a bit of a level before kind of all this, but I did record those attempts. But again, this video is getting really long, and I just don't want to make like more than a 30-minute long video because I cut a lot of stuff and still is at 30 minutes exactly, and I feel like that's just way too long of a video. I don't know, I'm not as good as Zanny yet. Zanny can make like a 45-minute video and I'll still watch it. Tag Zanny down below. I want to start a list like a game series. Maybe I'll play some of the games Zanny plays until he agrees to play with me or teach me how to play them because I can't play For Honor all that well. Downright sucks. Anyway, I get in back to Vinny's to learn that his gang is somehow nowhere there. Rex's gang is kind of taken over, so I have to help him. And you'll never guess what. One change later, and Vinny, he dies. He's dead. We have to bury him. Just kidding. I get to build him, which made me wonder, are Lego coffins just filled with broken Lego pieces? Like, people could be built, but they're not. Like, just think about that. That's kind of the darker side of Lego World. This video is definitely getting like flagged or something. Anyway, I do a few more changes, and then I figure out Rex is stealing stuff from a construction yard, and I'm gonna go infiltrate it because I'm a master of disguise. Minnie still hasn't picked up on the fact that I'm a cop. And yeah, I don't know why we're interrogating him with ice cream. I guess it works, maybe. Alrighty, so I arrive at the construction yard to witness a murder. What murder are you thinking about? Well, the guy in the red hat is planning on murdering his coworker. Why? Because he tells him that he turned off the fuse box or something, and then admits he's colorblind. You want to know why that's a problem? Because the guy who's working on it gets shocked. Both literally and his expression. Montage. Alrighty, for those of you wondering what we just did, we basically stole a crane because we're stealing something else. It's uncomplicated. So basically, there's a couple of changes that happened here. I kind of skipped what happened for a little bit of this level, or I'm going to at least. Just because, it's not a whole lot of changes, so not a lot to talk about. There is this really cool submarine, but that's kind of it. We get into a couple of changes here and there. And I'm skipping a good amount just because, well, running low on time anyway. Anyway, I saved the professor who's somehow built an actual UFO. And he reveals that Forrest Blackwell is the bad guy. Dun, dun, dun. So basically, we go back to his house because apparently the word of an undercover agent and a kidnapped scientist is not enough to arrest the guy. Also, he's holding a press conference for some reason. I kind of don't want to miss it, but basically, since our word and the word of the kidnapped victim is not enough, yeah, we basically have to infiltrate his house, which leads to a lot more changes, and I really hate Excel after all of this nonsense. I'm just so tired of it all. Anyway, we figure out that he turned his tower into a rocket ship that somehow no one has noticed, and he plans on killing the whole city whenever he leaves. I do my best to warn people, but I decide it's not enough, so I arrive at a place to get shield generators. Frank is with me, despite the fact that, well, Frank is pretty useless. He's basically the Sakura of this game. I build up the shield generators, and I did have to switch the firemen back at the little warehouse, but that was it. There's nothing else to it. And then you'll never guess what. I get to do a few changes while I somehow have to collect all of the power that, you guessed it, is to summon the ability of God to manifest me a spaceship, even though in the previous cutscene, the mayor said I would be able to get a spaceship. See, watch this. I tell her, hey, I got some people who I gotta arrest. I need a ship. I point out the fact that, hey, I can't get to them with a car or helicopter. She calls Apollo Island and says I should have a shuttle. That lying bitch. I hate her. Anyway, I have my cup of tea and launch off, and everything's going good until I get there, and then there's a few more changes. This is honestly the hard part of the level because the rest of it is just a boss fight. It's got a couple of phases, but really the first phase is the only one that we're interested in here because it's the only fun one. I was so tired. Psych, you thought I was gonna miss out on this? Look at this. We get to fight a mech. Like as a mech against a T-Rex mech. Like how I told you that thing was literally gonna come back to bite me. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Chase decides, no, you know what? Slamming you into the ground ain't enough. I want you dead. So he spins you around. He spins around the Rex and then throws him in there. Like, who does that? He is Chad McCain. After you beat the second phase, it's literally just throw thugs at Rex for 10 minutes or so. I don't know how long it actually was. You kind of have to do a dive to catch the shuttle and save Natalie. And I guess a couple of other scientists. I don't really know. I didn't pay attention. So, of course, I saved the day, do a heroic pose for the camera. And you know what? That's it. That's the official story completed. And you want to know what my total came out to? My total came out to 218 changes in total me tell you, I added about 3 to 5 just because there were a couple of times like where if you disagreed with the automatic changes or any mistakes I made in unrecorded footage. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely day and I will see you next time.